Now, Demon Slayer is a series that has a lot of contenders for the top spot of best girl, but just like in any show, there can only ever be one true best girl. And for Demon Slayer, that is, without a doubt, Shinobu Kocho.
もしもーし、大丈夫ですか?
So yeah, the second season of Demon Slayer has just recently ended, and I have noticed a surprising lack of presence of our goddess Shinobu in both this and the previous arcs of Demon Slayer. And that kind of sacrilege against our goddess shall not be tolerated, so I decided upon myself that I will give us the much needed Shinobu content. But what does make a character the best girl of the show, and why does Shinobu fit that role so perfectly in Demon Slayer? Well, honestly, there are a lot of factors, and honestly, it's extremely subjective. Like, just because Shinobu is best girl for me, Demon Slayer doesn't mean she's the best girl for you as well. For example, I know that Kai's best girl is Mitsuri, and although I don't agree with it, I can respect that choice. Basically, the very first thing that a character has to do to be best girl is, of course, just be likable. Like, you can't have Nina from Code Geass be the best girl of Code Geass. You just can't. It's a fucking bitch, nobody likes her. But as for Shinobu, like, come on, just look at her, just listen to her voice. Everything she does is likable. She wants to be... I can't, I just love her too. That's how likable Shinobu is. Like, you just see her walking, talking, interacting with everybody, and you can see that everybody enjoys her attitude. You know, although she can be a bit, you know, she can poke, she can make fun of you and all of that, she can tease you, but it's all playful. Like, you know, it's all playful. You still, like, you know, you don't get mad at her. She has just extremely likable personality, and she takes care of everybody. Like, she even, let's be honest, she even takes care of demons. Like she like kills demons, and even then she isn't like spitting on them or anything. That she's still like, hey, let's be friends. So yeah, Shinobu, extremely likable, passes this test with flying colors. And along with that also comes the next factor, her personality. Like, if you're gonna be best girl, you have to have your own defined personality. You can have a wet blanket be best girl. Like, a strong personality is extremely important, and Shinobu does that. I just touched up on it a bit, but like, the way she acts, like, you can see that she's extremely like gentle and soft-spoken, but then again, when push comes to shove, she can show her like kind of tougher side, and although, you know, she teases you a bit, she also like cares for you and all of that, so it's not like she has one personality trait that constantly keeps going for. Like, she does display a multitude of emotions throughout, well, even a single arc, but even throughout the whole show. And through that personality, you also get hints of her own backstories and motivations, which is the next factor. So of course, character with a defined personality also must have some semblance of an interesting backstory, and of course a best girl doesn't necessarily have to have a good backstory, but it's definitely a big plus and the reason why Shinobu is a best girl of Demon Slayer. So yeah, she used to be, or she still is a Demon Slayer, but she used to have an older sister that she looked up to until she was killed by... And before that, while her sister was alive, her sister acted more as she acts now. Shinobu used to be more kind of angry, she used to frown a lot and be way more direct. But after her sister died, she told her, hey yo, you have such a beautiful smile, which is true by the way, so how about you try to be more gentle and befriend demons and all of that. And that's a really neat part of her backstory. For example, when Tanjiro first smelled that something was wrong with her, oh, I bet Shinobu does smell real nice though. He can immediately tell that she was kind of faking her smile and expressions, and even in the character design you can feel it. Although sometimes you can see that she's genuinely, you know, happy, but most of the time you can see that she's sad and hurting, basically putting up a strong front for others. So yeah, in terms of personality and backstory, again, A+ material. And in the end, for best girl, you know, she has to have some kind of hand in the overall plot and the overall progression of the story in general, and Shinobu is no slouch. She constantly, both directly and indirectly, interacts with the story of Demon Slayer. She is a Hashira, she is one of the strongest Demon Slayers out there, and although she physically isn't strong, she developed some really deadly poisons that are extremely effective on demons. And those kind of poisons even in current arcs and in future arcs especially, do help defeat a lot of demons. Again, even if she isn't directly in an arc, she is constantly indirectly helping out Tanjiro and his Meriko of Demon Slayers by providing them with a shelter to kind of heal their wounds and basically train, because they are basically Tanjiro, Zenitsunosuke, Nezuko, they're constantly at the butterfly state in between missions, healing up and training and becoming stronger. So again, both directly and indirectly she influences the plot. Now I'm going to touch about it on manga spoilers, so skip ahead to this time step if you don't want to get spoiled in the manga. But even so, like, she does honestly have a huge input in defeating the demons in the end, since she, well, basically had a suicidal kamikaze plan. Still hurts when I think about it. And she sacrificed herself to be eaten by the upper rank 2 demon Doma, so she can weaken him significantly, so that Kano and Inosuke could finish him off later. But not only that, she also worked with Lady Tamayo to create a, well, extremely effective deadly poison that will weaken Muzan, so in the end they can also defeat him. So yeah, all in all, even in terms of story and progressing the plot, she helps out a lot. It's honestly, at this point, she is more useful than most Hashiras, let's be honest. Okay, that's maybe not true, but at least Gyu. But yeah, Shinobu supremacy, Shinobu supremacy. Talking about waifus and best girls really makes me feel lonely. And even in sugar on cake, of course, every best girl has to be extremely cute. Now, of course, cuteness and, you know, that physical appearances are the most, I guess, subjective things out there. But me personally, I think a lot of people, they just see Shinobu, she's just so beautiful. She's so majestic. Every time I see her, I feel like the angel herself has come down. Ah! Basically what I'm trying to say is, Shinobu Kocho, you have my consent. And of course her voice is, like even in the manga, said to be really like soft-spoken and easy on the ears, and Shinobu's voice actor saying like she just knocks out of the park. I love her, and the way she brings Shinobu to life is just amazing, and just that whole package makes her even more perfect. How can you be even more perfect? She's not triple SS tier, she's not quadruple SS tier, she's infinite SS tier of there's a waifu. Shinobu, best girl of the Demon Slayer series by far, and honestly a good contender for the best girl of all time in the anime. Oh wow. Saying all of that, oh man, if I went on a date with Shinobu in real life, oh man, ooh, what would I do? Bros, peeps, bro. I would take her out on such a nice dinner. I would have pleasant conversations with her, listen to all her problems, then get her back to her apartment, sit down on her couch, then hang out, talk about our futures and dreams, and then just cuddle and enjoy the night in each other's embrace. Like, And then next morning, I would just bolt out of that room, whip out the nice breakfast for her, and just respectfully wait for her to wake up, and then leave at the appropriate time. What are your opinions? Is Shinobu your best girl in Demon Slayer, or is it someone else? Is it Mystery? Is it Nezuko? Who is it? Leave your thoughts basically in the comments down below. And of course, I have to thank my patrons. Special shout out to Wrenchman. And in the end, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in another one. Stay strong, guys.